Would you agree that Christians are not exempt from taking care of their bodies just because they're temporary?
Ooh, I would agree. I would agree. I can understand how people might take another route because they fall into the grace or they say it's temporary.
Yeah.
I do get that because it's a human mindset.
Sure.
But are we exempt? Absolutely not.
No.
Not in my opinion.
Right. And I think it's because we're supposed to be good stewards of what we've been given. And this is our only vehicle we've been given to move through this life, right?
Yeah.
And once it breaks down on you, your position on it changes quite a bit. I can tell you from personal experience.
Yes.
It changes your view of it, because I used to be one of those that's like, Jesus is coming. I don't want to be on a diet when he comes. I'm going to live life and just enjoy it. But I couldn't, because my body broke down on me because I was making poor choices.
That's true. I remember a few times April going through remember, I go on these rides with her.
Yes. She's been on many rides with me.
Oh my goodness. One day we're dieting, the next day Jesus is coming, let's eat. So I'm like, I'm shorting out.
Yeah, well, that part of me has died.
Yes.
It's dead and buried, thank God. But now I'm realizing that no matter what, we have to take care of what we've been given. And we're not going to be given better until we take care of what we have, right? Like the parable of the talent. So I was thinking, all right, well, if I start taking care of my body, then maybe it'll get better, you know? I just want to say that if you just found us, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
We are documenting our Christ-centered weight loss journey. I've been in it for 1.5 years. She just started a little over a month ago, and we're just showing our progress and giving tips and motivation and encouragement. So we hope that you'll subscribe. If you've already subscribed, we have a Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description if you want to support us. And 10% of everything goes to ourdaughtershouse.org, which helps young women aging out of the foster system to establish their lives, have a steady and stable place to live, them and their children, and it helps them avoid homelessness and also human trafficking. So we feel like that's something that we want to support.
Absolutely.
We're meant to be stewards of every gift we receive, and our bodies are most definitely a gift.
Yeah.
And we need to take care of them. We want to encourage you and motivate you to take action toward caring for your bodies.
Yeah, don't wait.
Not just your spirit and your soul, although I would say that's the most important. You know, you got to get eternity right first. But then our bodies naturally need to come alongside.
Yeah.
Because there are certain perceptions that come along with being overweight, whether true or false. You know, everybody has a different story.
Okay, to your point, when I was in my 20s, I was spending time with a whole different crowd of people. I just know a lot of people. My whole life, know a lot of people. So hanging out with some people, and I was heavy then, and I had a friend who was heavy, and there was a guy there who was raised Christian, but you know what happens? They decide that it's just not, Jesus didn't work. It's not for them. So I'm in the house and my friend is calling me to the patio saying, Dawn, come here. I need your spiritual advice. And I'm young, but I had radically been saved. Yes. And I heard this voice of the Lord in my spirit man and everything changed. So she's calling me over. I have no idea what she's going to ask, and I don't have all the answers.
Right.
You know? I mean, that's not much.
Nobody does.
I have all the answers. So, long story short, I get out to the patio, and she's in a heated argument. It's not just a debate, it's an argument.
Fun.
With this guy, this male, who is fat shaming her and saying, well, if you're a Christian, then why are you fat? And she looked at me. Now, she didn't take it, you know, like, she's not getting all crazy like you did. You call me fat. No. Yeah, she's fat. I'm fat. And I said, I understand what he's saying, though. But he was coming at it from a real mean-spirited point of view at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he was just being a jerk.
Right. And probably had never been heavy.
Well, yes, actually he was, but he's turned
it around, so now he's better than everybody else.
Better than better. I didn't want to talk to this guy anyway. He was just there, and I didn't want to see him, but I did understand though what he was saying, because he was saying, how can you preach the gospel and be overweight? It just doesn't go together. But it made me think, I get it.
Yeah, I felt that same way too. Like,
I started feeling that way. I don't know if it's the right or wrong thing, but I do know that if we put trash in, trash out, nobody's perfect. I mean, I'm not standing here today,
absolutely
throwing judgment on anyone.
And we're not thin.
No.
You know, so we're still there. We're still overweight. We still feel like we've got a lot of work to do. But
yes.
The difference is we're not just eating on autopilot. Like, we're very thoughtful and we're doing the right thing right now.
Yes.
Because previously it was ignorance.
Total ignorance and just the world, the woo that world calls to you.
That's right.
It called to me, and I, like a siren on the water, I just went to the burger joint or the nasty maggot-filled place, wherever you choose.
And a lot of it was convenience, too.
Total convenience.
Yeah. Convenience.
Hungry, fix the hunger.
Convenience is going to be the death of the human race.
Yeah.
I swear. I think it's AI. You know, AI is so convenient, and I really think it's going to kill us all. But in the meantime, it's extremely helpful. I've pulled together 5 or 6 verses that have to do with our struggle, our weight loss journey, and what does God have to say about it. And it's not a lot. He doesn't have a lot to say about it because this wasn't an issue back then. There wasn't an obesity epidemic. Only the super wealthy were obese. Everybody else was just
maybe. I only know what they tell us.
Right.
Who really
That's
knows?
true. My first one is 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20. Do you know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies.
Yep, that falls in line with don't be a trash can.
Don't be a trash can. And, you know, technically, in context, he's talking about holiness. You know, don't go be a prostitute. But I think it also applies to what we eat. You know, I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but I have seen Christians pray over absolute garbage to nourish this food to their bodies. That's not going to happen.
But that's how it was for me as well, all my life. Please, Lord, use this food to nourish our bodies. It's just something that we say, and I bet you do too, or somebody in your life has prayed that way.
Of course, but you can't take nourishment devoid food and expect it to nourish anyone. But again, it comes back to ignorance because you know, we're just now learning about this. And yeah, I was one of those people who prayed to nourish. Please let this food not make me fat. Please make this food make me healthy, you know, things like that. And God's like, oh, girl, if you just eat the right foods, I can answer that prayer.
You know, timing is everything.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Dr. Barry wasn't around when we were in our 20s.
No.
We did Body for Life.
And how will someone know unless someone goes? And if they can't hear unless somebody goes. So
right.
Right. So, you know, it took time. But
Body for Life. Do you remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I could eat half a sandwich. So it was 1 piece of wheat bread with 2 slices of deli turkey and some mustard. That's what I could eat 5 times a day.
What about the Way Down?
I didn't do the Way Down.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, that's a documentary, right?
There's a documentary out about it. You gotta watch it.
Terrible. It's helped me tremendously to think of my body as not my own.
Yeah.
Because I care more about what God thinks of me than what I think of me. So I really don't care all that much about my body and the way it looks. I mean, I care some for sure, but when I think of it that it's not mine, it's God's, then it puts it in a good stewardship light, instead of just, you know, it's my body, I do what I want. Now it's his body, I gotta do what he wants. And I've just found that very helpful. It's really just a mind shift, but it helps. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. So I can't eat a donut to the glory of God because I know it's poison. If I didn't know it was poison, then I could, because it's ignorance, right? And he excuses ignorance to a certain extent. But now I know that's not to his glory, that's to my glory, right? I want that donut or whatever it is. But when I sit down to eat a ribeye steak, I know that I can eat that to the glory of God because I'm making the right decision to nourish my body. Even if I want a donut, I'm choosing something different. And I think that honors him. It really is a sacrifice.
It is a sacrifice, but obedience before sacrifice. And so if we're obeying, then we eat better.
Yep. All right, Romans 12, 1 through 2. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Amen.
So offering your body as a living sacrifice, I think that has to do with nutrition, of course, but also with movement. You don't want to work out. No, very few people want to work out unless they've been doing it for a long time.
Some people like it.
Some people like
I
it.
never really liked it. I just do it when I want to. I don't really like it.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. I've been doing the slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm going to do a video about it, but not now.
Well, the other day, let me just, to your point about not wanting to work out or, look, it's hot.
So hot.
It's so hot. I mean, today's high here's like 106 Fahrenheit.
It's been over 100 for over a month.
No rain.
Every
for
single
probably
day.
6, 7, 8 weeks now.
Yeah. We're in a burn ban. It's not good.
All right.
Everything's dying.
Yeah, everything's dying. It looks like it's fall.
Yeah.
The leaves
brown.
have fallen and they're falling. But the other day, and it's about sweat. And I know people out there have the same issue. I do not like to sweat because of multiple reasons. That's why I stopped wearing makeup, base. Because why? It sweats off, and you have patches all over your face. But the other day I got home from working, started working at home, and I just kept saying, just do it. So what? You're sweating. Use your endurance.
Yeah.
Keep going. That's what I told myself.
Very nice.
Just endure.
Yeah.
And do it. And so I put it on me. You know, I whipped myself.
Yeah. You offered it as a sacrifice to the Lord because it wasn't something you wanted to do. It was a sacrifice.
And I said also to myself, you got a shower inside waiting for you.
Yeah.
So earn your shower.
Right. With nice water, whatever temperature you wanted. It comes right out of the tap. You don't have to haul it in from the river.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very blessed.
Yes, we all are.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that one up.
Oh, yeah.
I kept thinking, is that one going to come up?
So 1 Timothy 4:8. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. So what does that say to you?
Well, it says to me that don't focus too much on your exercise journey. Don't be so focused on the way you look versus the way that you need to be before the Lord.
Yes.
Am I misunderstanding? Let me reread it again, because that's what I...
Yeah.
For physical training is of value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and this life to come. Okay, yes. It has some value.
Yeah, it has some value. And truly, its value is only in this life, because we're going to get new bodies eventually. But it does have some value. Physical training has value. And so, for me, what it says is that it has value, so you should do it.
Oh, I see.
Train yourself physically. Yeah, maybe don't obsess about it or, be all about your body. We know there are some people that's
where my head
profession.
First thing.
Right. But if you've got your soul and your spirit, you're like spiritually grounded, you're saved, everything's good, then yeah, we need to work on our bodies. We can't ignore our bodies and pursue only the spiritual.
Well, if you're able to, if you're not, we're not trying to down people who can't move or can't do stuff, but if you're able,
right,
you should get stronger if you can.
If you're paralyzed from the neck down, there's not much you can do.
No.
But if you're paralyzed from the waist down, you can still work your upper arms.
Yes.
You can move to the extent that you can move, right? And like Christ told people when he healed them, get up and walk. Get up and walk. If that's all you're going to do is walk, I think that's fantastic.
I like walking.
Yes,
sure.
It's movement. The forward movement and looking side to side helps bring down anxiety and stress. It resets cortisol. It is amazing. Walking is amazing.
Yeah, walk good.
So,
even if it's hot, walk. You got a shower. Or you're going to rinse off in the water hose. Don't go for a walk.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not walking this month. I thought I was going to. Like, that was going to be my challenge. But I just can't. I can't make myself do it.
It's very hot.
It's too dang hot. So I'm hoping to do that in September.
But you have a gym membership. You can walk on the treadmill.
That's what I'm focusing on now, is going to the gym. But I'm not walking on the treadmill. I'm only lifting.
Oh, okay.
So my whole time there is lifting really, really heavy. But it's awesome. Can't wait to share about it. So I hope this has encouraged and motivated all of you to make a change, make a small change. I'm not saying go out, get a gym membership, lift every day, walk for an hour every day. That's not what we're saying. We're saying,
no,
move forward, move in the right direction, move toward training your physical body as well as your true body, your soul and your spirit. It's not as important, but it is important. And it's all we've got in this life, until we move from this one to the next. So I don't want mine to be broken. I've broken it before, and it was by my choice. I just didn't know. I didn't know that that would be the result. But now I do, so I can make different choices. Am I perfect? No. I will never be. I did work out for like a year, and then I quit for 3-4 months now. I haven't, so I'm starting all over, and that's okay. That's okay. Just do what you can do. Make progress. Do a little more today than you did yesterday, that sort of thing, and do it to the glory of God instead of beating yourself up like, I have to go do this or I'm a terrible person. That's not the truth. What is the truth is that taking care of your physical body is important. It's important to you, but it's also important to the Lord because he makes mention of it in his word. And that's how we can know.
Which goes with obedience. Oh, if you obey the word, things will start to fall into place.
Yeah, things will go right.
The enemy does not want to let go of you and of your mind and that stronghold, though.
And he also mentioned in one of these verses, the renewal of your mind.
Yeah, you got to wake up.
That's when you go from ignorance to knowledge.
For sure.
You've come from the dark and now you're in the light.
But then
you understand. It's understanding.
It is.
Yeah.
And when you have the understanding, there's no accountable.
That's right.
For the understanding.
That's right.
That's a hard pill to swallow. It's hard. But you got to look at yourself and know. You can hear it 500 times, but when the light has shined on you and you have woken up in the spirit, you are accountable for what you do at that point.
Yeah. And then as a bonus, I have Psalm 139:14, which says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well. So you were fearfully and wonderfully made. God doesn't make mistakes. He made you, he made me, he made Dawn, he made each of us individuals with our own talents and downsides. We all have issues, but that's okay. We're going to work on them and we're going to get better together. And I hope that you join us on our journey. So, hey, here's another video you might enjoy. And please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay beautiful, friends.